Mesa. The connection to the server that is your own machine. Hold up. I had a save where that had been successfully diagnosed and removed previously. These. How did this happen? When I've specifically loaded the file from later, from days later when I went back, diagnosed and pushed buttons. AI dis. After I specifically closed the console, expecting that I had already diagnosed the tech problem in advance off camera, that there would be no further of this. Oh. Alright then.
Taking a shit in my house again, huh?
Yeah, so the fix that, I consulted you about and was talked through and finished and then saved after having done so, it undid itself upon loading this file that was specifically created after the fix were done. But now the fix needs to occur again.
Oh dear. Why are you using the B gun of all things?
It's good. It's always enough ammunition to defeat like one man at a time and change the situation.
You may be the only person in the world I've ever say, it's
These
good.
aren't astounding, but they're adequate. They're capable.
You need me to tell you how to do it again?
Yes.
Alright, open up SV Cheat Swan. AI underscore no rebuild graph. Then AI underscore resume. Then reload. No rebuild graph.
No rebuild graph.
Okay. Step one.
And then load file.
Yeah, that should work.
And AI dis.
Oh, we have to do one after both. My bad. I forgot that if you don't declare a Boolean, it just tells you what it is. So it just told us it's set to 0 for both.
Distant, mournful bees. Alright, there we go. Probably. Maybe.
Yeah, you're fine. It should be. Oh, saving's not going to help you. As long as you don't quit this session in the video game, that should stick.
Hey, asshole. Progress.
You can go throw bees at them.
Yes.
I made that pipe. I made that pipe.
It's a good looking pipe.
I made that glowing pipe. That was me. That was me. I did that.
It's good and melty. Got a nice warp to it. Very believable pipe walk.
Thanks for my pipe, everybody. Thanks for copying my pipe.
You made a fine pipe. Where could that pipe be? Out there, in the world. Thanks to efforts.
Thanks to top men. Top men.
Top minds.
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah, bees are a fine weapon. Especially when secondary fire on bees is just bees, but faster. Also importantly, you can always fall back on bees. You don't run out of bees. So you just have this economically.
It's a crowbar you can toss outside.
Save up ammunition for all your other louder weapons.
You can tell Gordon Freeman's a scientist because he's willing to do science on this thing's butthole.
He's willing to just get right in there and get that data.
Get right in there and ask the hard questions. Like, do you have a trigger? Turns out, yes.
To use a machine made entirely of meat.
Have you been through the parking lot explosion yet?
Maybe.
Have you ran away from a large lad? It's a resounding no. Cool. Oh, welcome to the stealth section.
You're Dr. Freeman, aren't you? Well, the good news is, you just ran into the only guy for about half a mile who has lambda codes. The bad news is these guys are blocking the frickin' goal line. I say we do this nice and quiet. They look distracted enough.
So the large office chair is physics, but these much smaller stools are not. That's weird.
No, that's off limits, please.
That's unusual.
Let's talk about the source engine. So everything can be a physics object unless it isn't compiled for that and is static only. And you might think like, well, you can just tell it to do either. No, you can't. You have to recompile the entire thing. So there's some stuff that just has to be nailed to the floor because someone at Valve 1,000 years ago ordained that.
These are the mysteries.
These are the mysteries. Is he gonna pop you?
They're giving out new extraction points. Semperfi my ass. This whole operation is foobar.
You know what would solve this problem? Bees.
It might. These can be exchanged for goods and services. Alright, we got coolant.
Hey, cool it.
Solitaire. Guard was not following me.
Oh, you have to press the use key on the guard, right?
Hey, Jeff.
Jeff has to be told where to go.
Yeah.
Jarny.
I have looked
Jeff
at
with a
him
B.
and used at him, and he's not reacting in either direction.
Oh,
Something wrong with this Jeff.
There's
This
combat
Jefferson.
happening. Yeah, the military is trying to get him because they heard you scampering. Yeah. Yeah, they have words about it. They want to exchange insurance with you. God, you're really using these?
Works too. Jesus.
Alright, he voiced. He's noticed that the men were defeated. Being a Jeff?
Did you destroy Jeff?
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 Security. Senor.
Okay,
Senor.
so don't worry, I have a way around this. Even if you fuck this up permanently. I've got the codes. The one I don't have to knuckle, do it the fun way. But maybe jostle him. Maybe jostle Jeff.
Jeff is unresponsive to coolant barreling.
Maybe save and reload. Yeah, that's a really fucking stable Jeff.
This Jeff is completely inert.
Have you tried icing Jeff?
Alright, mission critical personnel were terminated.
Jeff is mission critical personnel.
Jeff is necessary. Jeff has a destiny. This fated Jeff.
Okay, if Jeff doesn't move, we'll do it the weird way.
Yeah, we're gonna need the
Okay.
medics.
So go to the door where you're supposed to open. Just guess which one. Just whichever one feels right.
The exit with the big traffic light to draw attention to it and the keypad.
Yeah, sure. Whatever. That's all right. Okay. Place the under crosshairs on the door, the red door. Open your consoles. And type this spell into the console. ENT_fire space. Exclamation point. Picker. PICKER. Space. Disable. No, kill.
Space.
Space,
is
space,
here.
space.
The void is in this door. Okay, it loaded the moment I stepped through, but now space is on the other side of the door.
The final frontier.
Jeff. What were your
Don't pay-
codes? What do you have access to, Jeff?
Jeff, what the fuck is your job?
Jeff, what do they pay you for?
Mission
The
critical.
wrong door?
Oh,
checked
I have a door.
backwards?
No, this looks right. Okay, we can do something else. We can do something dumber. Look at the keypad and do the same thing, except instead of kill, type unlock.
It beeped. avoid. Oh wait, no, yes, no, partially. I can get like a wall to load when I'm standing at the right angle.
Fascinating.
Have I become the free man?
I bet you could just keep tromping along and it'll be fine.
Everything over there.
That's fine. It's so when the door opens, we're supposed to tell the game to load everything out there because we don't want to load both things just in case.
Yeah.
But we broke the thing that covers this, so now you just get to watch.
I killed the loading zone.
Yeah, you broke the thing. You imagine if we were playing Metroid Prime and you just decided to move a door out of the way, but the door was still there. That's what's happening. Oh yeah, it's fine. Now Jeff just gets to exist in Schrodinger's warehouse and we get to move forward.
Was Jeff supposed to open any other doors? Like this one?
No. No. Well, I mean, you can unlock it with the code with the wizard's pill I gave you.
But was Jeff supposed to open this door? I wanna know how much further we're going beyond the limits.
Okay, if we're... How badly do you want Jeff with you?
This lambda-labeled door.
Like, how bad in your body do you
I'll
need
sorcerize the door open. I just want to know if Jeff was supposed to be here.
Probably. I think I can give you a magic spell to make Jeff come to you. We would have to figure out what his name is, though. His real name, his true name, his entity name. And it's probably some string like C4A3A or something. If you the command to forcibly use
the
things.
door is forced to open the door.
Oh right, yeah. Doors also have lock and unlock function.
With these barriers.
So you're supposed to go to the right first, and then go into a bombed out building, and then do a bunch of stuff. I think. Or you can
Well, yeah, I did that on the way in.
Oh yeah, you're on the right one. Jeff is supposed to do this for you. No, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, we went through the building to retrieve Jeff to open this door.
Yeah, the goal is Jeff, and you got him.
Acquainted. And now we're going lambda.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and that was supposed to be the Jeff dying thing. Okay, cool.
We saved Jeff.
Phantom Jeff death noises.
Jeff has now been unhinged from fate. Right Jeff in the wrong place.
Can make all the difference in the... Well, not really, actually.
Alright, that sounds like a large is about to occur. Yeah.
There's a particle system here.
There's large. Gigantor, Act 2.
Yeah, the smoke plume. Yeah, there's a smoke plume that I made back there. That was cool.
Nice.
It doesn't kick in fast enough though, because people
Definitely had time to appreciate that smoke plume as I flee Gigantor.
That's the pain of being an artist, because the goal of the player is to run away.
Alright, this bit with the airstrikes.
Yeah, this was cut before. Now it's here.
There's no visual on the screen.
Oh!
That's neat.
Oh, shit. Okay, that's
Is this in
actually...
progress? Is this placeholder?
That's not good. That should be working.
Although, immediately, alright, huge improvement, supposing this does work properly. It's like, so in the original, how this bit worked was you had like 2 levers that you could touch to slide the x-axis and the y-axis on this big targeting plotter.
Yeah, I think it'll still work. You just can't see the
strikes. Need to guess where on the map these line up with, while also being jumbled.
The upper right corner vaguely should be correct. Well, no, that's in Half-Life 1. Probably want to shoot him first.
Oh, I need to lure him away from the post so he stops wiggling me? Maybe?
No, I think I want to like hit him while he's wiggling the post.
Around there should be the door. A little bit off.
I think you have infinite time, yeah. I think the Gargantua is just messing with you to make you feel like you're rushed, but we don't actually threaten you.
Yeah, just getting jumbled. No damage is occurring. You wiggling.
Yeah, it'd be pretty lame if there was secret time in there.
The wiggling creates its own dangers of trying to precisely aim, trying to do delicate IT work while Gargantua is hollering at you.
We're asking you to figure out how to use a surface-to-air missile interface under duress, so that's enough as is.
Or I'm supposed to be blowing up something else.
Maybe I know you blew up the radio tower to get over there in the original. Maybe just blow him up. Maybe really it's just that. Because in original Half-Life 1, you blow up the radio tower and use that knock over.
How close can I get these shots to my position? So we're about there on the chart, probably?
I think you could shell yourself if you felt like it. You're probably in the center.
Got there.
Ooh. Good shot.
Now we have all the time in the world to figure out which of these things is supposed to explode. Right hit on the gate, and alright, it's not the gate. Radio tower then.
That makes sense. That is probably resisted against explosives.
Oh, there is kind of a stank there. That correspond to something important.
Oh, I think it's where you last fired, maybe. Is it?
Gonna walk it over there. Although the vicinity has not stopped vibrating, even though Gargantua is dead.
That's interesting.
There may still be some loose threads in the scripting here.
Like, this section is relatively new in the first place. There's a lot of, like, iteration in the last chunks.
weird. So, wait, how is this oriented then? But that shot will land here?
Wall jumps will work.
Mist could pass. Okay, yeah, so... And that caught fire. Close enough? Close enough? Maybe? No. Maybe? I see some tubes over there. Now that the large is not present, I can just explore. Alright, yeah, these are not accessible tubes. That would be accessible if it could be busted open.
I do know the proper solution once you're done poking and doing your sides.
Are any other explosives valid for activating some kind of explosion? Probably not. Try for a direct hit on the tower then. Yeah, there we go. Crunch of victory.
Gonna get that Freeman can hunt on the Freeman hit, motherfucker.
Finally. Lambda. Good sync on that.
Thanks. Made it myself.
Your opportunity as the only member of the team present to take credit for anything and anyone.
Not only are we way behind enemy lines, we just missed the last
Rocket box.
You're pretty close to Lambda Complex.
Caution, do not drop.
Caution, don't rub up against people's skulls.
Do not jostle. Well, that's most of my blood out.
See if we can't wrangle up some more morphine to put in here.
Maybe. Meat. Meat here. There's intangible meat here. Ghost meat.
Oh, that was me. I made that.
Made that ghost meat?
Oh, wait, no, that was me. I know the other one.
Completely mean.
We probed it.
Oh, okay, that's what these are. So one of those was just pre-activated.
Snarks are terrifying.
They're more dangerous than most other things that exist.
They're angry and don't care about anything else besides biting you.
Level beyond bees. Ants.
I have no fucking clue what any of this setup is supposed to be inside the Black Mesa research facility, because this is an insane industrial bullshit wizard basement that makes no sense and is for no one.
Okay, so normally when you pick up things, they like reorient themselves to aim away from you.
Yeah.
Normally.
What was happening there was it was trying to do the safety twirl and his leg got cut off with the geometry. So instead of twirling, it just decided to stay there, and, well, they found Gordon.
Alright.
There's Gordon.
Robots are helpers. They just need careful instruction. That's the east tube. Only east goes there.
What's the other one?
We don't talk about that.
What's the west story? What's the story on the west side? What's the west side story?
It's East Island Tube. Pretty good soundscape going on here. In the damp. Fire hot.
Welcome to Gurgle Hall.
Steam is wet fire.
That's patently true, actually.
Steam, which was invented by James Watt.
Alright, hold on now.
Alright, so getting up here got me battery.
You got a juiced.
Crusher really seems to present itself as the way forward, despite also presenting itself as Crusher.
But what if? Oh wow, that really crushed you.
Lead to the Crusher. Seems like you're supposed to get between the gears. And so you are. Here in the chapter, forget about Freeman. Soldiers still pursuing the Freeman.
Oh,
they don't
right.
get
Just
it.
forget about Freeman before Lambda Complex. Oh, I think I have a guest commentator coming up here. Hope, you want to squeak? Will I squeak on the microphone for the internet? No, this is the one time you're going to be silent. You
Good
wretched
cat.
beast.
Doing as it should.
Power 30%. Power 45%. Power 60%.
There you are. What's up, cat? Oh. Okay, so this is the second day of the worst day you ever
Second
had.
day of Gordon Freeman's very ordinary day.
It's a really, really long day.
Time to fight a helicopter again, probably.
The government seems to love sending them to you. Oh, right, Spar.
Many soldiers.
They're still mad at you.
They will never forget about Freeman. There's a lot of them in hey tank. Hey tank that's clipping through the wall a little bit.
Oh, wow,
There's a lot of them.
Man, the military's big.
Where'd you get so many guys?
I think you got the right idea of just leaving, though.
Yeah.
I know what I
Forget
beat.
about. How about we just not today?
We don't have to remember the Freeman today. We can just leave. We can just forget about it.
One guy who noticed, yeah, everything's terrible. Let's just leave. Done. Keep watch. Destroyed by stairs. It touched stairs, it's dead now. How can we allow this to happen?
What is Parliament going to do about the stair crisis?
What world are we leaving to our descendants?
Are they going to be
Them
menaced by
descendants.
stairs at any day?
This age where all stairs have teeth.
It will bite you.
Right, the gun makes those meat noises.
Oh, that's me.
Just squelches and undulates.
That's my friend that I'm holding.
That's him! Jesus!
That's him. Jesus. Jesus Freeman. Well, they're having fun in there. Tank, you alright? Tank? Tank, you good? Tank is okay.
I wonder what your property
Yeah!
damage to you.
Yeah!
Relative.
Found it! Found it!
What'd you
Lathe
find?
confirmed!
Oh, Lathe!
Lathe is here! Lathe is here, and
Yeah,
Sergeant
Lathe!
Wheel is here! Yeah!
Lathe!
Yeah! We got all the machinery. Spinning tables. All their bits. Got tailstocks. Got lead screws. Got Chuck. This very untextured three-jaw Chuck.
Look.
It's very just a flat color.
Look.
These tetrominoes that escaped into the wild.
We're extremely working on a budget here.
What, there's no HD lathe textures that you can bring in?
The Source Engine hates vertices.
Standard octagonal controls. Caution on stairs. Moving on. Although, to where? From whom? Okay, yeah. Security room? Security room. Batteries and sodas.
Power 30%. Power 45%.
Alright. Fully caffeinated. Ready for action. Okay, lathe-wise isn't forward.
I dispute that, but you're true.
Well, that's forward in life. That's forward for society, not forward for Freeman.
Freeman
He's in
has
the
a
process
different
of leaving society.
going off the grid with a rapid machine gun, a hazmat suit, and an attitude to solve problems.
Bees have enough momentum to knock over the turrets. They sleep.
That's kind of incredible, actually.
entirely sensible. This and the crowbar are the only things you may be left with if you make many bad decisions. So it should be possible for them to handle any given situation.
You should be able to get out of here now.
Should be able to beat them now. $16 health, 8 Bs, no regrets.
No items, Fox only.
Finally, Lambda.
Ah, Lambda complex. Here we are.
The L building,
This is the last Earthbound map.
where L is stored.
I think you get the last gun here.
Probably. Can I get a fork wobble? The pallet, which is a physics object, is holding steady. But the fork, which has been nailed to the floor by God, is wobbling.
What a
The truck
strange
is not.
calculation.
What a mysterious object. What is this artifact? If I'm standing on it, it doesn't impart any wobble. It's just wiggling of its own accord. Nature is beautiful. Alright, it may now be time for any other weapon. Briefly. It may now be time.
You cannot keep using this goddamn B.
You know I can. Bees are tournament viable. Bees are always in meta. That's just the facts.
Power 50. Power 30%. Power 45%. Power 60%.
Alright, so ninjas? Yes. Or the adversary of bees. Ninjas.
God. Ninjas.
Ninjas. Alright, that was probably all of them. That was probably all of them.
Power 20%. Power 35%.
Why does the US government use ninjas?
We may never know. Advantage bees.
I apologize, Dr. Freeman, but I'm sure you understand that I couldn't risk opening that door until you had scoured the area. This is the last entrance to the Lambda complex. Every other has been sealed off to contain the invasion. When we realized that you might actually make it here, we drew straws to see who would stay behind and let you through. Obviously, I drew the short one. My colleagues are waiting at the tip of the Lambda reactor. Waiting for you, I mean.
Waiting for you, Dr. Meathand.
The reactor is shut down right now.
They are gonna start calling you Dr. Meathand if you don't take your goddamn hand out of that beat gun.
I don't see the problem.
But I can see you already know a great deal
Brave.
more than any one man is supposed to. Were you in weapons research too?
Ah,
I built the gluon gun, but I just can't bring myself to use it. It doesn't appear that you have any trouble killing things. You can take her with you, but please promise to put her to good use.
beam.
Yeah. The laser.
Fires pure glue.
I'm sure you'll have plenty of opportunities to test her in the field, but you can practice in the shooting range if you'd like. Keep that beastly thing away from me!
Should have put up, like, anything to keep it in there. You're going to use an entire wolf.
How did you get
an
a
entire
fucking...
alligator as a
How'd you get
target in your range.
You motherfuckers put an entire dog in there?
Science, dear reader. Gordon Meathand. Finally, an entire system devoted to coolant. There it is. This is where the barrels go. The life of each coolant drum starts and ends. This seems to be a wall for no readily discern. Okay, there we go. Just had to hop some rebar, I guess. Into the pool? To the highly radioactive pool? Mildly radioactive pool. Insufficiently radioactive pool.
Minor fracture detected.
Fine.
Power 50.
I guess that makes sense.
Power 65%.
Is coolant bad to swim in? It's probably not good, right?
Depends on what it is. A lot of coolants are mostly water.
What do you need to
Mostly.
cool a radioactive
Mostly
reactor?
water? Mostly.
Mostly.
Power 80%. Power 95%. Power level is 100%.
All in a day's bees.
Minor lacerations detected.
Indeed.
Ah. The final clue of the puzzle. I don't think you ever fight, people with guns ever again.
Interesting. Or wait, have I circled back to the original one? But what have I achieved?
Murder.
True. Facts line up.
Politically speaking, I guess it's not murder because they're not people. They're aliens.
Numbers don't lie.
Power 75%.
Have I undone myself by...
No, it's
back
probably
down
just
here?
unclear. You probably just stuck a little bit. Or did you loop around?
Appear to have looped. Gordon does not want to dolphin his way onto that platform again. Except now this door is locked. It is not at all clear what the objective of Coolant Room is. What obstacle am I overcoming?
Well, the coolant's not working. That's
What,
bad.
like, the front fell off?
You need to put the front back on somehow. Or did you fuck up? Have you tried swan diving into the pool?
Stand up in the coolant. Still here.
Okay. Can you go down more? Is there a reason to go down?
This is as down as the coolant is.
What's that red light?
That's the switch that raises the thing to reach this door, except that door is no longer open.
So you switch it again.
Raises this hatch, which sits there for a while and then falls. There was perhaps a matching hatch in the next room over, but there's no way that this loiters for enough time to get beyond the pale and back again.
What if you wrote it? It's got a little overhanging thing, right?
I wrote it the first time through this door, which is no longer open, which got me into the second room, which eventually brought me back to the first room.
Have you completed the objective already?
I don't know. What objective?
Did you press a button?
Maybe.
You could just unlock that if you feel like it.
Would it have let me back in here if I hadn't pressed the button?
It's been a while since I played Lambda Core.
This a room that soft locks if you cycle it once.
Hmm.
You need to contact Geneva.
What was your last save? I'm turning us out, dude.
Slightly earlier in this room.
The save before that.
I'm exhausted, but I can't go home without my best friend Gordon Freachman.
Slightly earlier in that room.
And you do have one that's on the second level still. Like an autosave, perhaps.
Yeah, this one's still up here. Before I okay, this is at the start of the room. Before I had descended in at all. Cordone from on high. I'd come in from up here in the first place.
Science wants you to fix the cool juice.
Lacerations detected.
That might just put
Stay warm.
No, it shouldn't.
You want me to cool down the Hassie?
Yeah, the Hassie has to be not room temperature, or else it'll overheat the machine.
I came in through the sprinkler corridor. Didn't I? Did I?
It all
Sprinkler
is all kind
corridor
of a.
new.
It is a maze-like laboratory on purpose. There was a door on the wall that was red. Could you crawl through that?
It's maze-like on purpose because Black Mesa are assholes.
Black Mesa doesn't give a shit and designs by optimization instead of intuitiveness. Because they're a privatized research federation.
Okay, that door is still locked as of that save. Sprinkler corridor new. A discounting sprinkler corridor resembling something else that I'd already been through.
Aperture is probably the worst place to work just because they have less funding and are even openly crazier.
Yeah, that just delivers me to a loading zone, so...
Oh, you're going the right way.
Probably backwards, yeah.
No, you're going the
Coolant
right way.
system.
You're fine.
A sign pointing back towards coolant system, which is over there.
You have to turn on both the coolants. There's two. Did you do
Okay,
the
so
first
maybe
one?
coolant 2...
Oh, coolant 2's
first.
fine if it's Gucci. Well, we'll find out.
Top mines.
Oh yeah, Cave Johnson totally hates unions for sure. That's why he probably got rid of all of his workers and replaced them with robots.
So I need to find coolant 1. Visit coolant 1. Yeah, alright. Coolant 1, which was over there. Well, coolant 2, which was over there, although it's on the right side of the diagram.
Yeah, you fixed it.
Reactor, maintenance station. Where is cold 1? Here is cold 1.
Medical attention. Warning. Hazardous chemical detected.
Alright, coolant the second coolant room.
The OG coolant room. You may notice a distinct lack of coolant.
Nice!
Yo!
These are also helpers. Though, they don't need to be told.
These are nature's bees.
These will help on instinct.
They're just ants that fly.
Okay. But
That's a really intuitive and human-friendly elevator design you have there, Black Mesa.
yeah. Fight.
God, they're worse than Umbrella. Here's the elevator to the top of this chain link fence.
Minor lacerations detected.
Okay, hold on. I'm looking through the Black Mesa Research Facility blueprints right now, trying to find a architect name. Oh, here it is. Level Lord? The fuck? There you go.
Is that good?
Yeah. Duke Nukem Forever guy made it. Duke Nukem 3D guy.
So, I got up here, opened this, flipped a switch,
Yeah.
gave me access to over there, which doesn't seem to have anything. Also, which is inbounds anyway now via that catwalk.
Maybe you're just down here.
Am I just down here?
You can go look at the board that tells you what's going.
Board says no go. We're not down here yet.
Ah, there's still more things to science. Board's angry. Gotta fix it.
Switch is angry.
Power
The problem light is blinking.
5%.
Switch on. Switch up. Switch yes.
What's stopping that from happening?
Emergency drain cap still active. Meaning... Just, I need to dive in here.
Your engineers shouldn't have to dive into the coolant pond like a scuba diver for repairs, right?
Maybe. Or maybe it's fine. Maybe don't worry about it. Elevator? Elevator. Gordon. Gordon.
I've never seen anyone just get so thoroughly dismissed by a source engine elevator ever. We're just like, you know what, we're done here. Fuck you.
It gave up.
It just gave up and kept going without you. Usually it would bite you and kill you, but that one was just like, no.
Didn't even pinch, it just left.
Just left. Just got up and left.
Alright. Coolant seems to be on. Now, leave cold chamber. This is correct. I can tell because it's spawning more enemies.
This seems like a Tomb Raider 2 puzzle. Yeah, it's about that era of over there.
Got there.
Morphine administered. Warning. Vital signs critical. Seek
It's fine.
medical attention.
We have coolant.
Is there ever a reason to use anything besides the B gun? No, not really. I mean, if you never want to use your conventional weapons again, that's not going to stop you.
With a handful of bees.
I think that's as valid as any other tactic, especially since you'll never run out of bees. I would caution you to use some of your explosives once in a while, though. Yeah, the bees came back way slower in Half-Life 1.
Very.
Which is why it's patently useless in that version.
Alright, many waves of bees.
I would recommend using that laser we gave you. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, about that. That's not the beam's fault. Yeah, about that.
Oh.
Classic Half-Life experience of did I just show up to this room with not enough health to deal with this room.
11. 11 is not that much.
There's slightly more health in the back.
There's probably a health station somewhere. Boy, this is a hell of a Danger Mario run you've got going.
The Half-Life experience. Alright, we have a graph. Dials. A wave. Switches.
Power 15%.
Seems right.
Power 30%.
Ah, the waves are particularly square today. Excellent.
Good toothy wave. Coolant is appropriately damp.
To cool it decreases airdrop health. They have a chance to, yeah.
Swim towards the radiation. Pick up the phone. Door's wiggling.
Oh, the science wants to be let out.
Unbelievable levels of data pressure. Bees are the wrong shape for this situation.
Bees are the wrong shape.
They just kind of gush for a while.
There's a lot in them.
Was a lot in them.
There was a lot.
It's fine.
I wonder why the Black Mesa Research Facility was spectrographing antimass if we already had teleporters.
Weird. Well, this is a world we live in.
Good news, you don't have chip damage, it's just you don't get touched by lasers. But, you know, still, that's a lot. There are a lot of them. The Vortigons really don't know when to give up on.
Forget about Freeman, followed by 4, 5, 7 additional chapters pursuing Freeman.
No one said they were good at forgetting about Freeman.
The object of the game was not to contain the man.
That was a bold strategy, man.
Look.
What if I just shoulder check the laser?
That sounds
How
smart.
else would you know? Like, where these beams go is consistent. They burn holes in the wall to let you know. The when is a little janky. Also, there's more gaunts downstairs. So what you said there about shift damage actually false? Because that's going to keep happening. Through the floor. Also start to very carefully crossbow down every gaunt that's on a previous floor. More keep warping it.
Yes, we were playing on the beta branch for hijinks.
You know, if any strange ethereal nonsense has caused the existence of Beta Zen to alter Earthbound, then you want to know, right?
Well, I mean, it always will because recompiling his engine's so particular, let's say, that like you can compile a map twice and you'll have different results each time.
Yeah, that's computers. Creatures of chaos.
I have an alternative term you'd probably use.
What's that?
Jank.
See, I'm trying to be nice to my own thing, though.
You're not the one who made the Source engine.
I love its stupid little beastly feet, though. You know, it tries. It stumbles and
You can
lumbers
appreciate jank. That's true.
How about the word picky?
Fickle.
So there was a loading screen to walk into this room that appears to be...
Oh, there's a loading screen for the hallway.
Okay, the hall is different now. It has unloaded the danger core.
The Source Engine was coded in 2004 when hardware was much different.
When hardware was fake.
When we were still assuming everyone was on a
Oh, an orb.
32-bit OS, and that single-core CPUs would always be the thing.
An orb.
And you would never ever have dual-core CPUs. What the fuck are you talking about? That's how fucking old it is. Yeah, you found it.
That's orb. I've seen a shape before. That seems to be 360 degrees in all directions. It seems to be equilateral in all forms. Yeah, no straight parts at all. Not a bit. It seems at least 90% orb.
Continuous positive curvature.
It is important to note that the entirety of this game is a remake of Half-Life 1 up until you go to Zen, in which case we throw our hats up and say, no, okay, here we go.
At which point it becomes a make Half-Life 1.
Yeah, and which becomes, okay, let's finish Half-Life 1 because Valve didn't.
Lead the way, sir.
Well, I climbed up to get here. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, the shape of this area is now feeling familiar again.
This is the teleporter sequence, right? Where you end up going between a lot of different orbs.
Yeah, this is us introducing you to the concept of purposefully jarring teleportation, because that's probably what teleportation would be. Is like, oh, I'm here now. What?
Just, ugh.
Yeah, just like, duh. Oh.
How to reach orb.
Well, there are entrance orbs and exit orbs. That's how orbs work, right?
Yeah. Orb in and orb out.
Oh yeah, I can publicly speak about the release roadmap now. Basically, the Zen technical branches, we're gonna release Zen proper next month-ish sometime.
Oh, the store is just open. All right.
I think like August 1st, we're gonna release the rest of the Zen chapter, and also let people play Gonarch. And then at like some point after that, we're just gonna put the rest of the game out in the same month. It's gonna be like weeks after the next push.
These two are the tutorial orb. It's up to you to start finding orbs in the wild and putting them to use.
So if you want to play Zen to the entirety, just wait till like August a little bit. August something or another. August something teen.
August approximate. August of a year.
August on this year someday.
Sometime between the end of summer and the beginning of fall. Invent a new month that begins exactly on the day of the equinox.
Yeah, it's too bad the main writer that made all of the things at Valve funny, Mark Laidlaw, doesn't work there anymore. It's too bad. That was a lot of the heart of Valve. Him and Eric Walpoff, especially.
chamber.
Oh yeah, Artifact came out. No one talked about it. We're all as surprised as you are. It really seems like it was too big to fail, and yet here we are.
Nothing is too big to fail, as always.
Yeah, it turns out that's not actually true. There's just a goodwill currency that you have.
The phrase is not... The phrase is meaning too big to allow to fail.
Yeah, too big. Yeah, doesn't mean it's like, oh, it's too big.
Not is immune. We can't let it die. Is system critical.
The Valve dying would totally go. Like, no one else would be like, what? No. Although people, like, that would probably spark a lot of people going like, hey, so why doesn't the internet have any sort of considerations for the consumer? Oh, they would ask, it would make people ask a lot of questions, at least.
Make a lot of people reasonably angry for at least a bit. Open question if it would become productive anger.
Maybe, since this is the gamers having their toys taken away, explicitly.
Alright, warp sequence has begun.
Toss yourself in. And who knows, maybe you'll return one day.
I didn't get a switch out of that, and now... Okay, problem. Problem.
This isn't good? Yeah. I don't like this segment. The fact that you can fail on the first thing and not just have it be like, okay, the first ring is something like there's just all of them there. You will land here and figure it out. But no, we make you time all of them, which is kind of rough to learn this. And there's a bunch of dead ends. They're all like fun, like, oh no, scripted sequence, but it is dead end nonetheless. This might be the only way to. Maybe this is the only way back in Data Force.
Oh yeah, that one just crushes you into the cruncher there.
Does it? Does one just kill you?
The pipe that you think would just shove you gently off of the thing and make you fall. No, that's a crunching pipe. That pipe's made of real atoms.
Look out! It's vibrating. Death pipe.
That pipe has teeth.
It's an HFP, a high frequency pipe.
Bob, get down. Boss, get down. The enemy pipe.
One touch of one of those things will rip a man in half.
Oh, you figured out the correct strategy of quick saving.
Quick saving in a position from which I cannot see whatever information is necessary to judge when to enter this next one. As you do.
Oh, no, that's the wrong orb.
How?
There's three orbs. There's 3 orbs per cubby. There's 3 cubbies per tier.
Really?
Yeah, it's a maze.
Really? Can you discern
Nope.
the multiplicity of objects on display here?
You have to guess. Welcome to the 90s, bitch. We're gameplay padding because we don't want to do Zen. We're Valve! Yeah, that's always going to happen to you. It's always going to send you back to the start. I think it's 2, 3, 1. Who asked for this? No one. This is them trying to teach the player how to use their teleportation system because they think it's... Well, because it's jarring. That's sort of... I don't know.
You can kind of almost throw yourself backwards through this in order to get at a layer you couldn't previously access. Wait, what crushed me there?
What did crush you there?
I got back on the thing.
You got touched. That was some touch right there.
There's no geometry on the walls. Why did that just bite?
Man, video games are crazy.
Power 75%.
Right, that's the wrong one. Leads to the wrong place. That's also wrong. So it's port 1 down here.
No, it's port 2. You went to port 3. You were in the right one. You quick loaded the right one.
Instant death, but also we have quick save, so we acknowledge that these deaths are not real. These deaths are toothless.
Yeah, this is trial and error to make you learn.
You better believe we're gonna have them. Okay, probably good. Probably good. New room, colors,
Oh yeah, no.
new platform nonsense,
Good
a
job.
crusher. Yeah, we're good. This is fine.
Would you imagine that segment is somehow worse than the original?
Yes. I don't have to imagine. I know.
It's very easy to conceive of.
Yeah, the crusher and waste disposal that we spent a while thinking about last time is just very true to the source material. That's how we create difficulty in the platforming sections of 90s FPS. Just hide all the information. Just make it impossible to see what you're supposed to be doing. Water isn't directly deadly, but everything is a death crusher. Everything, everywhere,
Everything in the water.
everyone will crunch you.
Every part of this machine wants you dead.
Doesn't even wait to press you into a surface. There's just death planes on all of these shapes. Gordon, what are you standing on?
Gordon, what are you? Oh, that 1 unit wide sheet metal.
Gordon, what are you?
Man with a plan.
Right, that's just making a full loop back to where I started. Back to where everything goes wrong. I have disengaged containment override 2. Cross the room again to hit another switch.
You want some Half-Life Deep Lore? Gordon Freeman is an SCP.
Get crushed by a ghost when crossing the room to activate another switch.
I think what happened there is a tenth of a bit of Gordon's skull was hitting that
A
lip.
single polygon intersected.
A single electron intersected.
A vertex.
And well, them's the rules.
That's physics engines right there. Yeah, I'm over here now.
Okay, good news, that's the last shitty part of the game. There's just an arena next, and then...
Nice.
Yeah. The only place not touched by capitalism. At least I think so. I can't imagine. Was there a second? There's not a second teleportation maze, I'm pretty sure. I think that's the only one.
You finally found us.
So this is the guy, huh? Thought you'd never make it.
Oh, nonsense, Hunter. Nothing stands in the way of our errant knight in shining high-impact reactive armor.
Guess not.
Look at that code.
This way.
That's science data.
We've been expecting you.
Large ed add monojet.
What you see before you is the supply depot for our first survey team.
0.1 diphoton.
Specimens were collected from the border world.
Quantum black hole QBH.
Before the survey members started being
4
collected
Qs
themselves,
contact
that is.
interaction. FM.
These readings have given us reason to suspect
That's
there's
data.
an immense
If
portal
I was
there.
if I was hired while we were making these assets, I would put time cube in there.
Single powerful
Scalar
being.
LQ pairs. Beta equal 1.
sure that you will
Kinvars
love it when you see
in
it.
each.
I am loath to
Evge.
say this, Gordon, but you must kill it.
Yeah, you better kill it.
That's science.
No ifs, ands, or asses about it.
Of course, you owe us nothing.
The
Dr.
injection physics beam.
But you've come this far. You know as much about these creatures as anyone.
Enough to know that if you don't wipe it out, well, let's put it this way. There ain't gonna be
Blink
much
status
to
of beam permits. True. Global beam permit.
Yes.
True. Setup
So
beam.
if you're
True.
willing, my colleague is waiting
Beam
for you at the
presence.
main
False.
portal
Beam
control.
is absent.
Dr. Steinman will open
Mobile
the gates
devices
for you.
allowed in. True.
And don't let Hunter's
Stable
breath
beams.
penetrate
Oh
you.
no. No, not here.
We've all
Not
been
today.
wrangled since the incident.
Kidding me? No.
He'll equip you with the proper armaments for the task
That's a
ahead.
shape.
Do hurry.
There's data. On these phony monitors. Vented 2.36 tera electron volts. Collision energy.
I can't see how this could possibly get worse.
So each of these is a service bay for another suit. Like this one. Where's all your suits?
Yeah.
Didn't you guys have suits?
That's a good question. Where all those suits go? I wonder where. I wonder if they've been doing something
I
irresponsible,
wonder
like
if they
sending.
were recently thrown through a dimensional rift to another planet.
That'd be a really fucking stupid thing to do, wouldn't it?
Engage in clandestine activities.
So,
It'd be really stupid if they just kept opening a portal to somewhere and just kept tossing nerds into it. That'd be dumb.
So they ran out of safety equipment.
collection. Best military grade hardware.
Oh, come on, they got one left.
Have at it. Just promise me you'll put it to good use.
Also, they talk about this as though only one of them has just been finished and now there's just another, and many of these uranium canisters that apparently fuel the beam.
Oh, wonder where they get all those uranium crystals from. That's weird. It's a large quantity of them. Can't think
Load
of
this
anywhere
with
on Earth that you can
235
get that.
apparently, just by the bucket.
It's weird. How do they get all that uranium? There can't possibly be this much on Earth.
Dr. Freeman, so glad you made it. I've one final accoutrement for you.
Hey, give me the
Long
jets.
jump module.
Okay, so the long jump module in this is completely different. You have a double jump now.
Give me the jets.
I certainly hope you.
Honestly, I kind of wish we gave the player this the entire game, but,
Once you're in
you know,
Zen,
remake.
Whoosh.
It would break a lot of the platforming.
My 2 and 2/3 charges of long jump. Going by the UI there.
Do you have any idea what's going on?
Decontaminate. And prepare for space.
I would like to remind everybody in Half-Life 1, the original, the input to do a long jump was to crouch and then jump very quickly. So you hit C and then just space. It's terrible. That's fucked up UI. That's an old version of that UI. Don't worry, there's 3 FIPS. Swear to God.
Practice your long jump if you must, but hurry up.
Who do you see for crouch? Me, motherfucker, because Jedi Knight Outcast taught me wrong and I never bothered to update it. Left control fucking sucks. Don't use your fucking your pinky's not meant to do that. Left control's for the weak. C
Practice
stands
your
for crouch.
long jumps if you must.
Gordon!
Save your long jumps.
Gordon! I want you to run this Mario obstacle course. I made it. It's fun. Tell me your opinion of my Mario Maker level, Gordon.
Or I'll have to start all over again. Don't enter the beam until I give the okay. Understood?
Kleiner, you can't keep making all of these extremely Kaizo-ass levels. You have to stop doing invisible blocks.
No, you see, you have to hold down the button and then jump across the chasm, Gordon. I learned that yesterday. Jump.
I know this is one of the Einstein scientists, but still. Kleiner's the only scientist name I know.
Good looking beam.
My God! We've got a breach!
Oh yeah, and now we introduce these guys.
Fine, we're totally high def blocks.
Oh yeah, the baby nail lamp guys. These have a name. I don't remember what it is.
Control.
Brains, hover brains.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is how we bring back
Our
range
first aid
numbers.
station that's on top of a giant cube above a ladder.
Gordon, we really like using the launch up module. Don't ask too many questions. Don't knock on us, okay? OSHA would, well, shut down the entire research facility. That's what we bribe them. Don't think about it.
Gordon, to explain this plan, we need to introduce parallel universes.
Oh, God. Gordon, do you know what a scuttlebug is?
Almost there, Felix. Get yourself into position. It's ready.
What is positioned aboard the beam? Oh, just into the pit. Yeah,
Yeah,
just
go,
touch
go
it.
get it.
The orb descends. The high jump module, still visible during the warp.
We just want you to know.
Recharges.
Yeah, there's a technical beta branch out for Zen.
Baby. Loading.
Whole lot of stuff to think about right now. Usually the game stops here. Now it's like, wait, right, there's more.
Space. Now we're on new ground.
Oh, I made that lantern. I made that lantern. That was me.
Yeah, from here out. Now I want to actually like slow down and appreciate the new material. See what's going on. You're on Zen, which has skyfish.
I do. I made
Hover
those.
rays.
I made the skyfish.
Made some good fish.
Good work.
Winches. Portable lamps.
That's some good purple.
That's what Gordon looks like.
This is where we're hiding all this. This is where we're hiding all the colors. It was
Follow
here.
me, befriend.
Oh, that's weird.
Repels bees.
Yeah, you gotta use something sharp. Bees aren't sharp.
Bees, unique in nature for having no corners, no edges.
No, they're not. Sharks are like that too.
Smooth.
Bees and sharks is the same.
Sharks have teeth. The shark's skin is smooth, and that's a protective layer.
I guess, yeah.
There's no part of the bee anatomy.
Oh, it's humanity.
Protozoas like you, damn.
Very blue.
This is the first I'm seeing of actual Zen.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we had to invent new technology to make any of this work. We actually do most of the levels in 3ds Max now, just because we have to do a whole lot of shit. Don't get grabbed by the ghouls. You got grabbed by the ghouls.
It happens.
I love crenellated stalactites and stalagmites.
Well, good news.
Yeah, I know. I've always liked those. They look rad. And a whole bunch of them just starts to meld together. It looks dope.
Well, it's not a massive single model exported, but we do have like large chunks of models that are just one thing, so we can, you know, stop your CPU from killing itself from drawing a million things at once, while also drawing realistic shadows, while also drawing entire maps, because there's no fucking walking walls in floating island world. Oh, I made the healing island. That was me. I did that.
You are a helper.
I am keeping an eagle eye out for a couple of things. Just in case.
Just in case you don't realize what healing pools do. Here you go. Look at that, your health's going up. Wow, wow. Wow, there's a screen effect. Wow.
Yes, you say Gonarch isn't in yet? You haven't...
Yeah, that's in August for if you're putting in Gonarch.
Alright, so it's just gonna be some platforming in space for a while.
It's gonna be, yeah, some... You get 3 levels. It's this one, the next one, and then the first tile set change. We do. Oh no, Source 2 still uses the BSP maps. Like, Source 2 just uses BSP, but instead of squares, it can be any arbitrary shapes now.
Something went
Which is
wrong.
great. What'd you do?
During the long jump, something went wrong.
Did you press
Well,
space
I'm over
twice?
here now. Something went wrong during the long jump.
You should double tap quickly. That's what all I'm gonna say about it.
Yeah, the intuition is to think of this as something I activate whenever I'd like to extend the jump.
I thought we fixed this because there was we had a huge debate about like you should always be able to long jump and go forwards because everyone's gonna have different expectations of the timing and it should all just kind of work. Because like we're never gonna ask you to.
So yeah, like I'm saving here. So if I go jump, wait a while, jump, nothing happens.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at that gap and thinking, I don't know how much distance I have. Better get as much as I can before the boost. But now jump, jump! Okay, that threw me. Now I know that's safe. Perhaps if I'd practiced my long jump in the chamber, as advised. Although none of the gaps in that chamber were that large, I think.
Yeah, there's no good analogs for what we asked you to do. Oh, here's the dogs.
Their natural habitat, hooting around.
They live here.
Loud dogs get into the hooting chamber.
Alright, yeah, that's circling back. Yeah, because the secondary concern is then, what if I overjump? Pulling myself completely into the abyss. No sense of, do I have brakes? I do. They should not be deployed in such situations as that. Something went wrong. From your remote orbital perspective, you can see something is clearly gone.
Wasn't Xenos supposed to have low gravity?
Sort of. A little bit. One seems possible. And yet... platforming from the first person. There we go. Well...
Excellent self-bisection. Auto-bisection.
Ah, okay. Whew. No, you just double tap space. I think the idea is that we make you do the inputs so fast and twice because in the original game, the inputs were like C and A or C and jump, duck and jump immediately after each other. So we're trying to mimic that in a way, but I don't know. I'm not convinced still.
Battery crystal. Right.
That's how we give you armor.
We charge the
Introduce-
reactiveness in your juice.
Produce local things that are substitutes for familiar things, because we're in a wild, crazy new environment.
I like all these melons that are lying around. The Zen melons.
Yes. Oh, they undulate. They're meat melons. Move.
Good stuff.
Grody.
Yep. Go into cave.
Yes.
Fish!
Nah, in originals, and all there was a whole lot of dead HEV corpses. We just kind of expanded upon that idea.
You would find a lot of bodies with health packs, batteries, and that was it. Portable tarp. Yeah, that's right. Got it in one.
Perfect. Flawless work.
Good thinking, Gordon.
Oh my god! I'm not telling anyone about that.
It's very good. I like it a lot.
That's
science.
Hey, stream. Hey, stream. You shut the fuck up about that one. That's our little secret. Okay?
Don't clip this. You keep fucking quiet.
Don't fucking ruin this for me, all right? Like, it's not a showstopper. That can stay in.
Ah, hazmat zombies. Yeah.
I'm proud of this one. It's a really good conclusion of zombies.
Your natural, strongest form.
You, but a zombie.
Zombie wearing pants.
The rare pants-said zombie.
Could have some good, different, spooky environments. Yeah, I like this space station, hazmat tent, portable environment thing.
Cool. Yeah.
Nozzles.
The only time we do it. There's a lot of, okay, and then we're done with that. And I don't know why we do that so much, because we're not that big of a studio. I'm dying.
Do you think that maybe doing that too many times might have explained why
Yes!
it's delayed at least a year?
Yeah. A lot. So you go to here and then there, and then we change the environment again, okay? And then we do another biome that has no new props, that has a whole different
entire half-life. Replace the finale that was absent from the previous half-life. With the Gemerald, we can see conveying, it's compatible, it's powering miscellaneous objects by being near them.
I mean, like, the HEV just reads your nervous system, so it's probably still on because, like, they're moving. And they feel pain. They're just not good meat.
Oh, and yeah, it just came together that the chatter for these zombies is their suits trying to report their injuries.
Yeah, their suits are telling them that they're dead constantly. Hey, did you know you shouldn't be alive?
Zombie warning.
I think the suit just consciously is injecting them with morphine too.
Just keep applying more goo until the situation gets better. That's the health algorithm.
We don't know what the fuck's happening here. Morphine.
The first and only response to trauma.
Broke your legs.
Kind of little
Mark.
slicer. Kind of auger.
For the scientist on the go.
Well, yeah, spiral slicer. So what? You like jam that into an anomalous object and core out a chunk.
I think one of the HEV lines for zombies is massive head trauma detected.
This Juicero?
So,
Look,
Sana,
Is this how we cold press the entire space melon?
I know that the crushing hand symbol is a real symbol in real life that is used to, you know, show that hands get crushed if you put your hand in this.
That's a finger crusher, yes.
Yes. On the other hand, was that included in here purely because of the fact that it keeps on showing up constantly in the Half-Life modding community?
I think it's just a funny symbol. I think it's just funny.
I distinctly remember us playing a number of maps which have that symbol in it.
I think that symbol is like from one of the old WAD files from Half-Life 1, and it's just like, why would you ever put your hand between two gears, you stupid fucking idiot?
Like I said, it's a real symbol. It's just that, like, I feel like it shows up a lot in the mods. Yeah, because it's funny.
Yeah, because in the early 2000s, it was a really good way to make your own, like, what do you mean hand crush? And then that's like shorthand for, oh, this thing, here's a doom presser.
Also, you can say, why would you do that? But like any human behavior, you know, once you've been around a dangerous thing long enough, you forget it's dangerous. You lose all sense of awe and then become over-casual with it.
Would you like to know how many times I pulled out a, like, how many times I've actually, like, gone in to grab, you know, a pot out of the oven, and then realized, wait, oven mitts, right. Gotta go to the oven mitts first.
Gotta oven the cold mitts.
The cold hands, and out hot, burn the hands.
Why do we have a car battery here? Weird.
Knowledge emerald.
Or how easy it is to forget after you've taken something out of the oven like that. Wait, no, that thing is still retaining a lot of heat. Still gonna grab the side, though. Still gonna do it. Still gonna touch it with my real human hands. My very tangible human hands.
Well, I mean, common sense dictates that this is probably a bad idea, but I better do the old scientific method here. Yep, hot.
Fire. Hot?
Fire indeed hot.
But what if?
Hey, player, do you get the crystal's power yet?
Crystal is power. Stone is stein. Alright, but then, do I have a... Is there another loose cable? Here we go. Mystery solved. So there is enough power to something.
Stage 1 emitters. Activating now.
Backwards. There it was. Other door hasn't opened. It'll failure in coolant system, error code 45/B, breach. Lockdown protocols engaged. So, forward. Jack 1, 98%. Jack 2, not connected. Second jack.
Oh. We should find administration.
How do we lock and tag out this device? Responsive. Voltage fluctuations. Check unit load status. Fatal errors. Well,
Does the one guy still make Freeman's Mind videos? Yep. He wanted to Half-Life 2 now.
Yep. It's at a slow pace, but he's still making them.
Yeah, it remains fine.
It remains fun.
Oh, you plugged in everything?
Yeah, plugged in cable.
Oh, yeah. No, you're done here.
Plugged cable into cable. So some unrelated part of the facility is going to wake up now.
And here's the last map.
Rocks.
This is gonna run like shit on your PC.
Maybe.
And it's just gonna run, trust me, it's gonna run like shit.
Lavaza. And this mug is back.
God. Man, Jordan loves that fucking mug.
Bids. And launchers. No, this is a healing pad. I need healing pad.
I made that. I made that. I made the healing pad.
You made that. Gonna help.
I'm Art Boy.
He's Art Boy. He's good at it.
Models in the third dimension. Have all of these cables been meat adapters? No, some of them have been human tech metal adapters.
Zen. We love wire puzzles.
Strange space planets. Definitely safe to stand on. It's fun. Hey.
That's...
Hello. Hello. Hello.
So,
Artboy.
that's a texture we forgot to include. The texture says, normally, you would be able to read that because it's a special texture that's extra high res because it has writing on it. If it was there, and it would say volatile and point to those things.
Ah.
And have an explosive
These are
symbol.
nature's exploding barrels.
These are the exploding barrels, yes. So you should stand on them and launch your Grundle into space.
I have a gem with which to restore power. Yeah. But I'd also rather that wire be over there, I guess. On the assumption that everything is in the position it shouldn't be at any given time. Cable leading all the way back here. Sensible. Right, you can pick up health items. If you're full up, they just sit there and are physics objects. I can take this battery with me. Throw it at the first thing that gives me guff.
Yeah, you could.
Cool glowworms.
I'm surprised your computer's not running like garbage.
Actually, this looks like it runs pretty good.
I have spells. By
Yeah,
sacrificing that one bench at the start of the game.
I made that tree. I made that grass. I made those bushes.
Nice.
Good trees.
This is a lot of me in here. I was Swamp Boy.
Made a good swamp.
Get out of my swamp.
Yeah, so if it's any consolation to you're expecting this to run poorly, the machine is revving more than usual. Usually doesn't rev much. Making some noise.
Right.
Oh yeah, Zen was hilariously short. It was 4 levels, 4 maps, exactly.
4 short maps, too. They were
If
not
we-
particularly lengthy either.
If we did them 1-to-1, it would be... We really shouldn't.
I'd be done by now.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
pretty
there's...
much.
We would be done by
You'd be
now.
at young lot already. Like, that's the way to put it, I think.
There's a reason like we give concessions to everything else on Earthbound, but like Zen just has to. You just can't.
You cannot release a game in the year 2019 that has Zen in it as it was in Half-Life 1 because
Because
it's
it was
it's a half
disappointing
idea.
and like it was disappointing and bad in the late 90s. It would
yeah.
go over badly now.
If you're going to remake
Imagine-
the game, why not finish the game?
Exactly. The fact that it was disappointing and bad in the 90s when it was released, and we're trying to think about trying to release that now, would be buck wild.
I made every wall.
Nice.
I made that lily pad.
Bitch.
That lily pad's me.
They say they pulled it from the Challenger Deep.
That thing never swam in terrestrial waters until a week ago, I swear.
Yeah, this flat has like no resemblance whatsoever to the original Zen, and it's way better
The original
for it.
Zen was dirt and nothing else.
Dirt, floating platforms. That's
Fish,
it.
birds, 20,000 tons of crude oil.
It had something resembling a neat skybox, and that was the only visually interesting part about it.
Alright, these are going to be resistant to bullet. Because they have body armor, like every other zombie. They have a hard shell.
Yeah, they follow your rules.
Strong as
Oh.
hermit crab.
Actually, so head crab on one of these has 8 limbs, so it would count as a hermit crab basically. It has a hard external shell. It's a hermit crab. Yeah, actually, that turns it into a hermit crab. HEV zombies are hermit crabs. Huh. I wouldn't call it symbiotic. They're very much parasites.
Well, there's mutual benefit. The crab
The
has a
suit-
vehicle
the-
to bring it through its environment, and the human has
The
been
vehicle.
replaced with a crab.
Yeah, that's great. The tank
Everyone
is
wins.
the tank's getting used. The suit doesn't give a shit. It gets to measure something's vitals. The crab gets a vehicle. Everybody wins.
Symbiosis with the robot. Exactly.
Okay, fine, fair enough.
Opportunistic tool use. Solve the puzzle. Nature is pleased with this.
Okay, whatever could it mean? Good job. The bees was the answer.
Plants
put bees
crave
in.
bees.
That's what plants want.
Bees, it's what plants crave, exactly. Bee juice.
So do these drain? Or do they just stay around? The pools
No,
and the
they're there forever.
crystals?
They're just better health kits. You can
Oh,
say
so
you can stay on
resistances
them
are just
forever.
more abundant in New Zen.
We ask you to deal with more problems, so we give you infinite sources of your resources.
You can actually control how much health the player is going to have when they confront situations.
It will usually be 100 because we let you do that.
Nice.
Why the fuck not? You're like the jig is up. It's the end of the game. You're good at the game now. Just go get them.
Ah, but how will I write long jump? Right, long jump.
You've been doing it the entire time.
Right, long jump. Right, long jump.
Oh, yeah, we worked a deal out with Valve like a million years ago. I would recommend hitting crouch.
Got there.
Everyone has a problem with this, and it's like none of us have a problem doing this, but we all forget that like long jumps.
Crouch jump is really bad, counterintuitive,
so bad.
dumb movement.
It's actually so bad that when you jump normally, we make you auto crouch jump.
Good.
I'm not kidding. Every time you jump, you crouch jump, just because there's no reason not to. It's just a better jump.
New enemies! Yeah!
Hey, look, the fucking dogs are mad!
Dogs that are hopped up on go juice. Making them more vulnerable to bees. Perfect.
Yeah, they have 1 HP, and anything, a stiff breeze will knock them over. So actually, the hive hand is very good against these. You figured out the secret. People have trouble with these a lot. It's the hive hand.
People have trouble understanding bees.
I recommend them utilize more bees.
Because the difficulty is hitting one of them, and then usually it's a chain reaction, so just use the gun that hits them.
So these little things, are these just like scanning things all around them? Is that the idea of what they are?
Yeah, they're topographic. Well, the pill casters or the blue thing?
The blue thing, the things that generate the blue.
Yeah, the thing
lights.
that's spewing grids everywhere, that's a scanner.
Yeah, that's us saying, go over here. You should come over here and check out this shit. Oh, look at that! Scientists are sending you aid. Weird. Look out for these canisters. Could mean anything. Used to be down there.
Alright, I went down, and I'm not sure if that's correct, but I've gone down. Down now. Why did you allow this? Look what you've done.
Blue.
That's a complete loop of the area, isn't it? Look what you've done.
Yeah, that's a complete loop of the area. I don't know if you're doing this on purpose because this is the last map, or if you really just wanted to go towards lamp that badly.
Look what you've done.
Surely your lamp instincts can't override your common sense that badly, right? Like that was so clearly the start of the... No, it's not the children's fault, son of Bowser. It's not the children's fault. I think there used to be a railing there too.
Why not put railing there?
Because I didn't want to. Because okay.
There have been enough situations where the correct thing to do is to close a loop, having accomplished something that changed the environment.
Let's talk about how the fuck you put a railing in a natural organic environment without it looking like a dumb piece of shit. My first solution was,
scientists
okay,
put a railing
roots. Why would the science man have, like,
That's dangerous.
They don't give a shit. They're sending scientists into the void just to see if there's anything maybe there. They don't.
Gordon, you have to do something about this cliff.
They told you to jump into an orb.
Yes. There were railings around the orb.
No, there weren't. No, there were never railings around the orb.
The orb was contained until it was time to jump into the orb, and then it was no longer contained.
You're inventing these. These are phantom railings, Snake.
I'm feeling it. The phantom pain of the railings around this area.
Phantom health and safety.
I mean, I feel like it's just that you're consistently going up the entire time in this zone.
Except for all these times we're going down into a cave.
Well, briefly. But you then go back up eventually.
Look, I'm telling you, Gordon. Now you get to do this again.
Yes.
Oh, no!
Except not, because now my checkpoint put itself out here. I guess.
Oh,
which is good. That means I'm past it. Yeah, this is the cliff.
Yeah.
This is the cliff. The cliff that leads back to before or to death that you threw a bunch of the rude boys that shove you near the cliff. That makes you redo the last 10 minutes of walking around.
Isn't it fun? Just shoot the dogs with your guns. No, don't go that way. You're going to compound the oh, no. Here they come.
But this way, that's toward the tube, the adventure line that's leading me to the switch to open the door.
It's so weird. It's so weird seeing you notice the adventure line because no one notices the adventure line.
I noticed that you went to great effort to introduce the adventure line.
Yeah, and it's not...
You also went to great effort to draw my attention toward the giant fucking cliff that looked like it would be fun to plunge off of.
Well, you did! Was it? Was it fun? Did you have a good time?
Yes. Right up until I landed and was not where it should be.
That's not really my problem, now is it? You should have went sailing into the void.
The cliff was great until it wasn't.
Have you not noticed the adventure line? Dude, I don't know. Everyone has different observational skills. Some people hear better, some people intuit better, some people see better.
I smell better.
You know, yeah, Doc smells better. He's weird like that.
it is the spatial, well, the sensory skill that I have the strongest. My sense of smell is quite good.
Strong stench intuition.
Mm-hmm. It's not very useful in video games, but one day it will be.
Well, alright, hold on. Launcher lets me here. And then what? There's rocks, fish, birds.
20,000 tons of crude oil.
20,000 tons of crystals.
I mean, that looks like it's an
That's background crystal. That's never been touchable.
Or is it? Now it's foreground crystal. Like alchemy. Try again.
Golf.
Jump.
Ah, birdie. Good job.
Goal leads to...
Oh, wait, you finished. Did you plug it in? Where the hell did the cord go?
Cord goes here. This
No,
point.
where's the other one go?
What other one?
Where's the other end of the cord? I thought you plugged it in. Did it mess up? Oh, no, okay, it's just on the floor. Alright, never mind. I thought there was a bug.
Portals.
Power 70%.
You are gonna take this crystal with you, huh?
It's free energy.
Nice reflective surface on those crystals.
If I just bring it back with me, I can have I have free gasoline forever.
Children.
Sleeping.
Children.
Well, that's what you get for avoiding the problem instead of confronting the problem.
Children.
He'll shoot children, but not the British children.
They'll say children, but not the alien children. The Zenon children.
Puzzle solved.
This puzzle has been solved with the judicial application of grenade.
A rocket-propelled one.
Yes.
What did that do, though? Flowers. Oh, there's another. There's
a new adventure line.
Hmm. Alright then.
Ta-da! You figured out the adventure line for sure now.
And this is about where boss fight goes.
Too bad.
Maybe. Someday.
In
Bend. Early access.
Early access video games, 2019.
To Bulk Mesa. Closer to finished than ever.
Soon.
Soon.